Welcome, bienvenidos.
Walking into Jackie Wagner's English classroom in Milton is like taking a trip around the world.
When I started here, I taught children kindergarten through 8th grade.
A reflection of the increasing diversity of Delaware's student body.
In the past 20 years, the population of English learners in the state has grown over 400%.
Neil Krishling leads the Education Committee of the Delaware Hispanic Commission.
75% of the English learners in Delaware schools are born here in the United States.
To help both families and stakeholders understand better the situation, they put together a series of fact sheets in both English and Spanish, explaining the two main issues they see: the lack of funding and the urgent need of specialized teachers.
English learners are at a disadvantage. I know someone else in Sussex County who has 195 students in one school on her caseload. It's very hard when you need to embed the language in their entire day.
The state says they are well aware of the situation.
We're around 13,000 English learners at this point, and just a few years ago we were under 10,000.
Maria Paxson with the Department of Education says they're working on finding better strategies to solve the problem.
One of the strategic plan goals is really to ensure that all of our educators coming out of at least a Delaware education preparation program come in with some basic level of understanding of how to work with an English learner.
Solutions that many hope will change the lives of many students.
Tomorrow, the Governor's Advisory Council on English Learning will hold a public meeting in Dover to continue the discussion and maybe find some solutions. Education will also be the center of the 2018 Latino Summit this upcoming October in Wilmington. Chris, Steve. And saying goodbye to the summer, it's never easy. And for these guys behind me, coming back to school seems like a very exciting thing. However, this hot weather is making things quite difficult.
You can say that again. With temperatures hitting the mid-90s all day, students at West Salisbury Elementary School had to limit their time outside to just 10 minutes on their first day of school. And with two brand new playgrounds waiting for them, every second counts. Second grader Amaria Kemper is not a big fan of the heat.
Because when I get hot, I just start sweating.
And while she plans to stay hydrated when she plays outside,
I would at least bring water outside.
She's not too worried about staying cool inside of the school anymore.
This building is fully air conditioned.
West Salisbury Elementary has a brand new building this school year. Principal Melville Wright says the new facilities are particularly useful in hot days like today.
Because it's exceptionally hot outside, the classrooms still are very comfortable for students.
And they are not the only ones with cool buildings across the county.
We're so fortunate to have all of our buildings air conditioned now. So it wasn't so long ago that was not the case.
And for students like Amaria, this means good news.
It makes me feel kind of cold and it makes me feel kind of comfortable.
Wishing for the sun not to shine so bright for a little while. In Huecomico County, Isabel Sanchez, WBOC News, Salisbury.
Hopeful. That's a good word to describe how crab house owners here in Dorchester County feel after receiving this notice today, saying that officially they can reapply for their H-2B visa workers. Now, their waiting game begins.
The official federal notice was posted. The applications were sent. Now, a glimmer of hope for seafood owners like Harry Phillips.
I feel better. I do. It's a good chance, we'll get our worker.
But Phillips won't know for sure until at least next week.
Just wait and see if we're going to be lucky or not,
Russell Hall Seafood sent its petition to a labor consulting firm in Virginia as fast as they could.
We sent it to her overnight last night so that she could send it out yesterday evening.
This is the first in a series of steps to bring H-2B visa workers from Mexico to their crab house in Hooper's Island.
It's going to affect a lot of American people if we don't get these people here to pick these crabs. It's already showing up now. It's the people right around here now that's having trouble keeping ends meet.
If they get approved, the next step would be to send the visas to Mexico, where workers like Clara Sonia Martinez wait with fingers crossed.
We need them as much as they need us.
Although there is still a chance their application does not get picked in the lottery, Clara stays optimistic.
We have faith that everything will work out and we will be able to go back to Maryland soon.
A chance to save the crab picking industry from sinking deep.
For now, they stay positive while these applications make their way to the federal government. They're hoping to hear an answer within a week or two. In Dorchester County, Isabel Sanchez, WBOC News, Hoopers Island. From the people who drive the trucks to those who make the boxes for the crabs, the job chain here in Dorchester County with the crab industry is on the line if the visas don't come soon enough.
Pictures of Ellen Smith's boat, loaded with crabs, hang on the walls of Lindy's Seafood.
It's coming out of Smith Island, and the boat there has got around 600. These are all 90% picking crabs.
A harsh reminder of what the seafood industry used to look like before the lottery system.
And the next wave of crabs, when they're going to be like this here shortly, don't know what we're going to do with them.
The lack of seasonal workers to pick the crabs has hit all across the industry.
We have people who make baskets, people who make containers, cups, people who work on trucks, you buy trucks, you have equipment, refrigeration. It just keeps going on and on.
Jack Brooks owns J.M. Clayton Seafood. He says, contrary to what some people believe, the seasonal workers bring more American jobs to the industry.
H-2B worker that comes and works in Maryland Seafood creates 2.54 American jobs. Right now we've got an absence of over 200 people, 2.54. That's 500 American jobs are being negatively impacted right now.
Steve Bilkus runs Costback, a company that sells boxes to the seafood companies.
Well, there were several companies that would buy up to 10,000 boxes at a time, and now they're buying only maybe 10% of that currently.
He's afraid that the time to find a solution is running out.
It's a very seasonal business, and we're right in the middle of our season right now, so it does harm us.
For now, they just wait for the results of the lottery, staying hopeful but fearful of gambling with their future.
Just here at Lindy's Seafood, 102 American jobs could be lost by June 13 if they don't receive the visas through the lottery. In Dorchester County, Isabel Sanchez, WBOC News, Wolford. The Santos Pantry started just a few years ago and keeps growing. Their mission is simple but very important: to provide fresh produce and food in general to the migrant families who work in the fields in Accomack County.
Tomatillo, which is like a little...
Raquel Ruiz knows this garden very well.
Potatoes, we have 3 different types of squash.
She leads the volunteers who plant these crops for the local migrant workers who harvest the fields near Pongotique, Virginia.
Here it's kind of giving back to those people who are actually out there doing this. You know, they don't get to have fresh fruit and produce of their own. They're always making it for somebody else.
Her daughter, Marisol, is one of the volunteers.
Yes.
And she's kind of an expert.
See the black stuff there? That is the soil.
Raquel knows firsthand the needs of the migrant community.
They work so much. Sometimes they really, if they don't have transportation, they can't even get to the grocery store.
She was one of them.
Since I was a kid, this is really, one of the actual dreams that I've had, is to actually give back and help people, because we do this all of the time. This is like our lifestyle.
She grew up in the area while her family worked in the fields, and now she's making a difference with Dos Santos Garden and Pantry.
We give away fideos, to make sopas.
Angelica Garcia runs the organization.
We started with just, a little pantry, and now we have volunteers that donate.
They're hoping to expand even more to continue to make a difference.
We're not only trying to help grow food, we're also trying to help grow the community and grow the people in it.